Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to the AFC. I want to tell you guys about a story that happened in a mall of all places. I guess it doesn't matter whenever you have thugs and criminals. I guess it doesn't seem to matter where you're at. It don't matter whether you're at church, whether you're at a funeral, whether you're at the mall, whether you're at your grandma's house. Thugs do not care, right? And it seems that I don't know if thugs can be reformed. I really don't. I know of some that have actually reformed themselves and turned into productive, law-abiding citizens of the United States, but I just don't think that some people get it. You're looking at a person right there on my screen right now. He is he's one of many suspects that the police are looking for, and I think they've arrested 3 of them so far. But the little boy, and I want y'all to look at that photo right there, because that photo is actually of a bunch of children who have died of thug, gangster, criminal, drug dealer violence, not gun violence, because the guns don't do anything. The guns are simply tools. They are inanimate objects until people pick them up and do something with them. But these are all children that we have lost right here. These precious, innocent, beautiful little babies. And I promise you, I'm getting sick and tired of having to do these stories, and I definitely want more action against individuals like these, okay? Not only in addition, let me show you guys something. This was the first person that was arrested for a mall shooting, and his name is Montez Coleman. He was the first person among many people that the police were looking for as far as this mall shooting. As you guys can see, these are other criminal suspects that the police are looking for, but because they had those masks on their face, it made it a little bit more difficult to identify them. This is the baby boy that lost his life, and that little boy's name is Royta Giles Jr. He was 8 years old, and man, he has a bright smile. Y'all see this little boy's smile? What an awesome smile, and what an awesome little kid. And his life was robbed because these fools got in their feelings because they don't think logically. They only think with their emotions because they didn't have a father figure in their life. And I've told you guys many, many times that when people like this don't have a father figure in their life, generally, not all, but generally they don't value themselves. And if they don't value themselves, they're not going to value anybody else either. That's why this thing continues to keep happening, and we have to start fixing this at the foundation. So in addition to him, these 2 fools that y'all see on my screen, the police have made 2 additional arrests, which include these 2 idiots who look like Lil Half Dead and Lil Half Dead Jr. They just look dead in the face. Like they just look like life is just pointless to them. Like they just in the face. They just look like, why are they even on this earth? I don't know, man. Hoover, Alabama. The Hoover police said that they have made 2 additional arrests in connection with a deadly shooting at a River Chase Galleria Mall on July the 2nd. Again, that's the screenshot right there. You'll see some more pictures coming up here in a moment. Let me remind you guys, if y'all would click the thumbs up, it'll help share the stream and let other people know that we're live telling this story, okay? So don't forget to click that thumbs up when you guys come in, okay? Now, the Hoover Police Chief, Nick Derzis, said that 2 19-year-olds from Birmingham by the name of, let me get their faces back up on the screen, Demetrius Dwayne Jackson Jr. and King Gary Williams have been charged in a shootout near the food court that claimed the life of that 8-year-old boy that I just showed you guys on the screen and injured 3 other people. All 4 victims were innocent bystanders. I'm going to say that again. All 4 victims were innocent bystanders. So what exactly does that mean? That means that these gangbangers, these thugs, these criminals have no aim. They can't shoot for worth a damn. And innocent people, and I'm not saying that they should be able to shoot great so they could kill each other. I'm not saying that at all. So don't mistake what I'm saying. But what I am saying is if you are going to do something stupid and aim at a target, couldn't you at least hit your freaking target? And I'm going to try to mind my mouth. I'm going to try not to cuss as much tonight, okay? But I think that if you're going to pull a weapon, the least you ought to be able to do is hit your target if you're going to do something stupid anyway. But instead, these fools have no aim. Instead of holding their gun straight, they hold their gun sideways. They book. Like, I don't know, man. It's just... I will never understand stupidity. But you know what? Like they said in Forrest Gump, stupid is as stupid does. And again, you have these stupid idiots here that have been arrested, but there are more that need to be arrested. So there's more work that needs to be done. Now, the police chief said that surveillance images released Sunday afternoon led to numerous tips within hours. The way the community rallied to bring these suspects to justice shows that this type of reckless behavior will not be tolerated. So what that means is that somebody saw something and they said something. And I am thankful to the people in Hoover, Alabama, that at least they get it. They understand. They understand that this type of thing can't happen and it makes it unsafe for everybody, right? It's okay to be somebody who tells the police what's going on so you can get these people about your neighborhoods. Because the more of this that you do, the safer it'll actually make your neighborhoods and your communities and your malls and your funerals and wherever else these fools are out shooting in the middle of the street, just anywhere and everywhere. Okay? Now, that Montez Coleman dude, let me see if I can get his face up on the screen one more time for you guys. As you guys kind of see these pictures of this beautiful baby boy. Those are the mall images right there. We'll go back to that here in a moment. Let me get that dude back up on my screen real quick. Right here. This guy. That dude is 22 years old. How many of you guys would have thought that he was 22 years old? I never would have thought. Matter of fact, if there's an echo, you guys have to let me know. I'm sorry if it is. Let me make sure it's not. That dude is 22 years old. Okay. There's no echo. Okay, good deal. Got to monitor the sound from time to time just to make sure I'm not messing up. That dude is 22 years old. Let's back this up. That dude does not look like he's 22 years old. That dude looks like he's about my age. Like he's pushing 40. That's crazy. He's from Birmingham, and again, that's Montez Coleman, and he was arrested. Authorities believe that Coleman was the one who fired the first shots, and Jackson and Williams actually returned fire. Now, all three suspects are facing capital murder charges and second-degree assault charges. Now, they are being held in the Jefferson County Jail with no bond. No bond. No bond. Good job to the judge on that, okay? They quote, "Nothing can bring back the baby boy Royta, but this is our hope that one day his family will find peace, knowing that the people took their baby away will have to answer for it in the courtroom." And that's coming from the police chief. Now, according to a release from the police department, Williams turned himself in that evening and Jackson surrendered on Monday. Or around that time, because this was like about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Now, police say that there are no persons of interest in this case at this time, but the investigation is still going on. Now, funeral arrangements have been made for the little boy. Let me see if I can get him back up on the screen. That little boy right there. Funeral arrangements have been made for him, and he was only 8 years old. Royta Giles Jr., and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing his name correctly. If you guys know how to pronounce his name, it's Royta, Royta. I could be pronouncing it wrong, so to the family, I apologize if I'm not saying his name correctly. The Jonesboro Elementary School third grader who died after being shot at a River Chase Galleria Mall in Hoover, Alabama on July the 2nd. A memorial service was already held at the Bessemer Recreation Center, and a funeral was scheduled for noon that Saturday at Bessemer Civic Center. His step-grandmother, her name is, oh my Lord, Tankanikia. Oh my Jesus. Guys, y'all wouldn't believe this unless I showed you. I know the stream is going to lag. I'm sorry, but I have to show y'all this name. I'm sorry, but I didn't think this was real when I saw it. I got to show y'all this name. Y'all give me a moment. Let me show y'all this name. I can barely even pronounce that. And look, to the step-grandmother and to the family, I'm sorry, but that is a wild name. I know Tommy talks about this kind of stuff a lot, but I've got to call it out too, man. That's crazy. I want y'all to see this name because I could barely pronounce it. Let me get my trusty whiteboard out. And y'all tell me, how am I supposed to say this woman's name? Right here. How do you pronounce that name? Tan, Nikia, Tankanikia? I would have rather them just said the step-grandmother or just a relative of the family, friend of the family, something else. I'm sorry, Tankanikia. Why? Why? I know that should not be the focus of my stream, but I'm sorry, that name makes absolutely no sense. Tankanikia Cooper talked to the news about the family's heartbreaking loss. And she said that everybody's emotional right now. Everybody is angry and everybody wants answers right now. And it's difficult for everybody because he's a baby. According to the news, this was a deadly holiday weekend and at least 6 children were killed in shootings across the country over that holiday weekend, sparking calls from officials to end the gun violence or the gangster, thug, criminal, non-law-abiding citizen violence. Because the guns don't do anything. It's the people with the guns. But they're trying to call an end to the violence plaguing their communities. The children, who ranged between the age of 6 and 14, were all shot and killed while doing everyday things, like riding in mom's car, walking in a mall, and playing in a yard with their cousins. So here's what we're going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the news videos, but let me give you guys the fair usage. Then we'll go ahead and get started. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. All right, guys, we have 120 thumbs up. Please get us up to 200 thumbs up. That is our goal. So if you have not clicked that thumbs up, please click that thumbs up if you're listening right now, okay? Let's go ahead and start with the news videos. Let's get it.
Take control of your kids. Quit being their friends. When they're wrong, they're wrong. All the other guys that have not came forth, trust and believe. Justice is gonna be served. Justice is gonna be served. I need for you to get in your heart. Turn yourself in, babies. Turn yourself in. This is senseless. This didn't make no sense. That was a family place. What made you wake up that morning and just want to destroy lives?
She said, what make you want to wake up in the morning and destroy life? I have a question, though. Can DJ Just J ask a question real quick while she's asking the question, which is a very pertinent question? She is asking these thugs what would make them want to wake up and destroy life. And I have a real question. I'm sorry, but I did notice this. Let me break out my trusty whiteboard one more again. I'm sorry, but I got to do this. I have to do this. I'm being told by my, what do they call that? I don't know what you call that. I'm being told that I need to draw you guys' attention to something. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I have given a pass for people speaking improperly when you can't speak proper English. Well, DJ Just Jay has given people a pass for that, right? I get it. Because a lot of us struggle with that, including myself. I've given people a pass for coming out and dressing and looking like they just woke up out of bed, right? I've given people passes for that. I've even ignored it when there's somebody who's suffering from a loss of a family member, when they come out with bonnets on their heads. I've given people a pass for that. I don't think I have ever seen a human being ever with Sour Bright Skittles hair. This woman literally looks like she's about to go Super Saiyan on what do they call that? I don't even know what you call that stuff. What is that stuff? God, they do it all the time. I can't think of the name of it. I'm having a brain fart. Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever that crap is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She literally looks like she's about to power up and go flying into the sky. Like, why do you have that on your head? I don't understand. But damn. Let's move on with this story.
I'm not getting it. I don't understand. Let's get this party started. I came to turn it up. Let's get this party started. That's what he wanted. He wanted y'all to live. Live. This is his party. He may not be here to witness it. But my baby. Woo. Woo.
And right now, your emotions.
To be honest with you, and I'm not being smart, that's a question you shouldn't even be asked. This is a baby we'll never see again. His mother, and I'm his grandmother, we have to sit up and I have to comfort her. And I don't even know how to begin. I can only imagine.
That's what she looked like. She would look like one of them Dragon Ball Z characters. Like she looked like, I don't, man, that's just, I'm sorry. Look, I know it's not the focus of the story, but apparently she wore this Halloween hair because she wanted DJ Just Jay to make fun of her. That's exactly why she wore this. She wore it for me so I could laugh at it and have me a good chuckle and a good belly laugh. And I did. I think I lost a couple of calories in this big old stomach I got. Now, let's keep going.
What she's feeling. Not only am I grieving for my daughter, but I'm grieving the loss of my grandson. You know, I hear Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. How does it matter when you're killing your own race? But when you think it's racism going on, you out here protesting, you out here marching for that. But what about him? He don't have a voice. He will never be able to speak. He will never, but today.
And now, as many jokes as I'm making, I'm going to call something out. Look, I'm gonna pause on reading the donations for a moment. Because I think, yeah. Anyway, let me, I'm going to come back to that, though. Shout out to Big Timer Gaming. I see you, bro. I'm going to read that here in a moment. But let me say this. This lady is actually saying something very, very important. right? She's saying something that I've been saying since these protests started. And one of the things that I've said is, why are we focusing so much on grown adults? We're marching, we're protesting and rioting over people that are 30, 40, 50, and 60 years old. And if you're going to say that the protests that they're acting for are legitimate, then fine. All I'm asking is, why can't we have that same energy for children? Hello? Hopefully everybody understands where I'm coming from. All I'm asking is, why can't we have that same energy for our babies? Why can't you have that same energy for these toddlers, for these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds, these 10, 11, and 12-year-olds? Why can't we have that same energy for our babies? But you know what? The AFC does. The people in the chat do. That's what we do. This is not a me thing. This is a we thing. That's why we're the AFC. And I do agree with her saying that. So shout out to her. Let's keep going.
Tomorrow, 2021, 2022, I'm going to forever speak for him.
Let me take a pause for the cause real quick. I'm not going to replay that. Who said replay that? Addie. I'm not going to replay that, Addie. Oh my goodness. Y'all are crazy. And I know, like I said, we can have a little morbid humor sometimes. But honestly, I'm going to be real with y'all. Sometimes we have to laugh because these stories will make you depressed. They will make you cry. They will make you hate life. They really will. Because there's nothing funny about these stories at all. And sometimes, just for us to be able to get through these very difficult stories, we have to laugh, we have to cry, we have to get angry, we have to go through the gambit of emotions just to be able to get through these stories sometimes. So hopefully everybody understands that. Shout out to Big Timer Gaming 24. Said, that's a man. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Good looking out, and I definitely appreciate your support. If anybody else wants to donate to our platform, where we advocate for our babies first, links are in the description box, or you can just click the thumbs up. That's simple. If you want to donate, just click that thumbs up. Let's keep going.
Talk about everyone coming together. They talked about unity, how this has really brought people together.
Look at that. Let me give a shout out real quick, if y'all don't mind. Cherie Harp sent in a $5 super chat. When people donate, I'm going to definitely take a moment and shout those people out. So Cherie said, thank you for everything that you do. I'm going to put her prayer hands up and say, thank you guys for believing in what we stand for and believing what I do. So thank you so much. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you for your $5 super chat. So if you guys want to take on the $5 challenge, feel free. It doesn't cost you much to be able to give these babies a voice and for us to continue to spread these stories, okay? Let's keep going.
I don't really too much know what to say about it. I mean, it feels good that people that we don't know, I mean, the family is appreciated, but it's expected. But it's the fact that I have people that was in the mall that day. I have people that don't even know us. We have people that's coming out of town. We have people that's just reaching out just because they're a grandmother or they're a mother or they're a dad or they have lost a child through violence. And it's very much appreciated.
I'll read a post that I made Friday night. I responded to a shots fired call here at the Galleria. Without thinking, I activated my lights and sirens. I was only 5 blocks away. Another officer and I arrived on scene at the same exact time. We quickly ran into the danger, not thinking about anything but the innocents inside that were in danger. As I was walking through the building, checking for the danger, I noticed a sweet, beautiful baby boy laying on the floor hurt. I quickly jumped into action. Skylar, you have to save this baby. As I sat there holding him, treating him with the first aid that I knew, I did my best. I tried my best. The medics finally got there after what seemed forever. I'm sorry, my sweet little angel. I'm sorry that the evil in the world found you. You will always be with me. To his parents.
I want you, and I hope y'all can hear that. And I can't adjust the volume, so I'm sorry if the volume is a little low. Man, that almost brings a tear to your eyes. I want y'all to hear how broken up that police officer is, while people out there screaming, defund the police, when they were the first ones on the scene to try to help stop this and try to save that little boy's life. And this man is hurt because he cared. He wanted to make a difference, and he wanted to save this baby boy. Wow. That's powerful. And I really hope y'all can hear that. And I'm sorry about the low volume. I don't have all my toggles and tools here in my little mobile setup, but I had just enough to be able to even talk about this story. Let me say thank you real quick to Tangi Samuels. If you are listening, thank you for taking on the $5 Super Chat Challenge, or whether you want to do it in Cash App or PayPal. Thank you guys so much for that. Thank you, Tangi. Let me also give a shout out to Mookie Lolo, my partner. Said, another great job, bro. Our people need to wake up and prioritize the babies, or our future is gone. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to touch on that right after I finish this particular video. Thank you, Mookie Lolo, for your $10 Super Chat, taking on that challenge. Thank you so much.
I am so sorry that this happened. Royta Giles Jr., you fly high, dude.
I want you, hopefully, I'm going to back it up a little bit so y'all can hear this officer. I don't know if y'all can hear him. Let me say thank you to my brother Royta Dream. If you're listening, Royta Dream took on the $10 Super Challenge. So thank you, Dre. I got your cash out, brother. Thank you so much. Miss Nisi said, we are these babies' voices. We definitely are. Thank you guys for giving these babies a voice and continuing to support what we stand for.
I'm sorry, my sweet little angel. I'm sorry that the evil in the world found you. You will always be with me. To his parents. I am so sorry that this happened. Royta Giles Jr., you fly high, dude. For any of those that think us cops are not humans, you're wrong. I am devastated. I am crushed. I will always be here for this family. Forever, we have gained a guardian angel to watch over us. Keisha, you have gained a son. You've gained a brother. Aunt, same to you, man. I'm sorry, guys.
Guys, if that don't touch your heart, right there, I believe in my heart of hearts, I have met some bad cops, but I've met way more good cops than I have cops that were just dicks and assholes. That's a good cop right there. And I know more cops just like him that they don't do this job for money. They don't do this job for the pay. They do this job because they love to do this job and because they want to make a difference. I want you guys to understand that's also a reason why I do what I do. What I do with this particular podcast and this stream, this is not to make me rich, and I don't get rich off of this at all. I do this because I truly care and I want to make a difference. This is what I live in my daily life. This is why I became a counselor. This is why I became a father. This is why I became an advocate, because I care about these babies and I know that they need a voice. I feel where he's coming from, and that touches you right here, man. It really does. And if it doesn't, I don't know why it doesn't. Let me say thank you because Satoka also donated earlier in the Cash App, and I want to say thank you again for donating in the Super Chat. Said, I love when we act like we have some sense. We have so much love to give. Thank you, Satoka, for your message. Thank you also to Leandra Irons for upgrading to the AFC Premier membership. That is the top perk, and thank you so much and believing in what we do to be able to upgrade. And thank you for finding it in your budget as well. Thank you, and shout out to you. Tangi Samuel said, I was finally able to catch a live chat. I am a truck driver, and most of the time I am unable to experience your beautiful personality. Thank you for your time and hard work and dedication. Much love. Tangi Samuels, you be careful out there on that road. I don't drive as much as you do. I do be out here on this highway a lot, But definitely, you're in my prayers, and you be safe out there. And it's an absolute honor to be able to just serve just a little bit, okay? But thank you for your $10 super chat.
Like you said, I gained a brother because at that scene, I was so devastated to the point where I'm trying to fight people that had cameras on my son. I'm trying to get back to my son.
So that was her son, I guess. I didn't know that was the mom.
Basically felt like I was in defense mode, like I was in mommy mode, and it hurts me because me being in mommy mode, trying to stop everybody from recording him and things like that, I felt like I wasn't able to be there for Junior, but the Lord sent me him. He sent me him to be there with Junior, and it was when it was time for me to snap out of mommy in defense mode, he was like, get yourself together. You got to go in the ambulance. Your son is still breathing. I'm like, he's gone. He was like, no. I was like, yes. He was like, no, get your butt in the ambulance. And whatever happens, but you pray about it. And I'll forever be in contact with him. Forever. I will forever look for him. No matter where I go, I will forever reach out to him.
How are you preparing for Saturday?
I'm thinking about what would Royta want. So I know if he was here, one tear or one ugly face from me would kind of change his mood. So I'm just trying to stay positive, and I'm just trying to stay positive until I can bury my son. And whatever happens after that, I'm okay with wherever I end up.
So apparently that's the mom, but people in the chat, my brother Dre the Dream, as well as others, have asked a very vital question. And again, I'm asking for the family not to take offense to this, but people are asking, where is the biological father? It would be nice to hear from him. If he were to do an interview or to speak out, or at least let us know that he's around, that he cares or something. But we haven't heard from the biological father. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. And guess the mom has a great attitude. She does.
Family, friends, and a community honor the life of 8-year-old Royta Giles. He's a little boy killed in crossfire at River Chase Galleria last Friday.
The WVT.
So they're saying Royta. So again, to the family, I guess I'll pronounce his name wrong. Royta. They're saying that's what his name is.
Douglas was at his memorial service in Bessemer and shares how he'll be remembered.
And then he leads me beside the quiet stream, and he restores my failing health.
Hugs of love and support offered to Royta Giles' mother, who grieves her son gone too soon. Even those who didn't give birth to him mourn like he was their own.
When I received a call that one of the incident at the Galleria was possibly one of our kids, my life stopped for me, and I'm not even mom. I immediately thought of, what if this was one of my children?
It wasn't just a memorial service. It was also a rally for justice. Jefferson County District Attorney Danny Carr was at the memorial service today, and he told the family that the crime against Royta Giles won't go unpunished, but that the process could be a long one.
I want to make sure that Royta's death is not in vain.
Until then, his grandmother Tabitha Giles says she forgives those charged with her grandson's murder, but she and his father miss him dearly.
Happy, funny, little laugh, love money. So he was a happy kid, and I miss him so much.
He the one inspired me. He was my inspiration.
There's the father. Well, how about that? We asked and we got it. So here's the father, guys.
And I miss him so much.
He the one inspired.
There's the biological father right there. Royta Giles Sr. right there. At least he's there and he spoke out. So we got what we asked for. Shout out to the dad. I'm glad he's at least there.
With her grandson's murder, but she and his father miss him dearly.
Happy, funny, love to laugh, love money. So he was a happy kid, and I miss him so much.
He the one inspired me. He was my inspiration.
To heaven, Royta Giles.
As balloons released into the sky, people found comfort knowing Royta Giles is with his heavenly father. In Bessemer, Bria Douglas, WVTM 13.
In the meantime, these three men are behind bars. King Williams, Demetrius Jackson, and Montez Coleman, all three are charged with capital murder in Royta's death.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to get up here, share my words. But then I realized it isn't about me. This is about Royta, sharing his legacy. It's about taking a little bit of the pain from the family that they have to endure. I can't make it stop. But if I could take all that pain away from you and hold it myself, I would. I'll read a post that I made Friday night. I responded to a shots fired call here at the Galleria. Without thinking, I activated my lights and sirens. I was only 5 blocks away. Another officer and I arrived on scene at the same exact time. We quickly ran into the danger, not thinking about anything but the innocents inside that were in danger. As I was walking through the building, checking for the danger, I noticed a sweet, beautiful baby boy laying on the floor hurt. I quickly jumped into action. Skylar, you have to save this baby. As I sat there holding him, treating him with the first aid that I knew, I did my best. I tried my best. The medics finally got there after what seemed forever. I'm sorry, my sweet little angel. I'm sorry that the evil in the world found you. You will always be with me. To his parents, I am so sorry that this happened. Royta Giles Jr., you fly high, dude. For any of those that think us cops are not humans, you're wrong. I am devastated. I am crushed. I will always be here for this family. Forever, we have gained a guardian angel to watch over us. Keisha, you have gained a son. You have gained a brother. Aunt, same to you, man. I'm sorry, guys.
Man, that's powerful. That's what that is. I didn't want to use the wrong word to describe that. To me, that's powerful. That's love, and that's true dedication, not only to your craft, but it shows that that man really does care a lot. Let me give a shout out real quick because I got to thank Tiffany Jones, who joined not only the channel membership, but upgraded membership to the AFC Premier, which is our top perk, which does come with some additional benefits. So Tiffany, if you ever want to take advantage of those, you just email me and you let me know when you're ready. But I want to say shout out and thank you so much for that. All right. So shout out to Tiffany Jones. And also thank you to, let me make sure I can say your name. Audrey. Audrey took on the $10 challenge in Cash App. So Audrey, if you're listening, I want to say thank you to you as well. We got a couple more videos. Again, our goal is 200 thumbs up. We're a little bit short of that. We need 36 more thumbs up. Click that thumbs up if y'all would. It'll help share our stream, okay? Let's keep going.
Charismatic, and I think that really sums him up. Just the it factor, he had it.
The halls of Jonesboro Elementary will seem a little more empty when school starts next month. Friday night, former assistant principal Van James found out that rising third grader Royta Giles was gunned down in the River Chase Galleria.
It messed me up. It really hurt me a lot.
It was James that confirmed Giles was shot to new principal Angel Edwards.
I really lost it on the phone with Mr. James because as an educator, you know, we hold our children dear.
James described Giles as a joy to teach, who was very persuasive during a recent visit to his office.
He's very convinced, and I'll always hold that. I hold that dear for the rest of my life, that, you know, that we were able to share that moment together.
Known as the Star Maker School, Jonesboro Elementary wants to honor Giles' young legacy as an aspiring music star who brought joy to so many here.
We're thinking about putting together an award that we will give to a deserving second grade student in years to come, and we'd like to give it to someone who kind of embodies some of those characteristics that you've heard.
Now Edwards and her staff must start a new school year with one less future star brightening up the halls.
I feel cheated that I didn't have the opportunity to really get to know him in all of his greatness.
The community is also working on a balloon release in Giles's honor later.
I sincerely, look, they talk about they're working on a balloon release. They need to stop releasing balloons. You're destroying the environment, you're trashing up the environment, and you're killing animals. Stop releasing balloons. Whatever happened to a candlelight vigil? You guys ever heard of that? Candlelit vigil. No more balloons, please. Let me thank 2 more people real quick. Leandra Irons sent in another donation and said, never stop fighting for innocent babies. Keep advocating. Please do not anyone flag this channel. This is a voice for the children. I'm going to say that again. This is a voice for the children who have no voice. So God put this here. Wow, that is a powerful message. Leandra Irons, thank you so much for that message. That left me speechless. I'm speechless. Thank you for that. Let me shout out D. Connor, who upgraded membership. And thank you, D. Connor. Definitely appreciate you for finding it in your heart and in your budget to be able to upgrade your membership. So shout out D. Connor in the building. Thank you so much for that.
Week in Bessemer, John Papke, WVTM 13.
Royta Giles family in disbelief this evening. His grandmother telling us today that they're trying to make sense of all that happened at the Galleria on Friday night as they continue to mourn the tragic loss of the little boy who is about to be in 3rd grade.
Everybody's emotional right now. Everybody's angry right now. You know, everybody wants answers right now. And it's difficult for everybody because, like I said, this is a baby.
Yeah, reflecting on Royta's life today, she says that he was artistic, enjoyed music, and was so loving, adding that his life will live on, his legacy. Memorial plans already set for that child that was killed, Royta Giles. So this includes a memorial tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at the Bessemer Recreation Center. And Hoover City Councilman Derek Murphy is hosting a prayer vigil. That's on Friday night at the Galleria. Giles' funeral will be held Saturday at noon at the Bessemer Civic Center.
Hoover Police Department responded this afternoon at approximately 3:18 p.m. report of shots fired at the River Chase Galleria around the food court with multiple victims shot. I'm extremely saddened to report that an 8-year-old male victim was pronounced deceased shortly after arriving at Children's Hospital.
This afternoon I visited with the parents of the child that we lost, and this was just a very senseless tragedy, and of course they are devastated by this. And I want to ask all of the citizens of Hoover and the metropolitan area to pray for this family. Keep them in your prayers. You know, senseless violence is not limited to the River Chase Galleria or Hoover, Alabama. This type of incident is something that we're seeing across the nation. It's really become a commentary on our society as a whole.
All right, let me go on to the next video. This will be our last video. And again, let's try to reach our goal, 200 thumbs up. Share this stream. We're at 173 right now.
Breaking news overnight, shots were fired inside this Alabama mall, sending frantic shoppers running for their lives. And ABC's Adrienne Bankert has the story.
Overnight, reports of a shooting at an Alabama mall packed with Black Friday shoppers leaves one dead and several others hurt. It was sheer chaos outside a department store at the River Chase Galleria Mall after police say 2 people got into a fight that led to gunfire.
We've got officers on the scene.
I'm not sure if that's the same story or not. I'm going to let it play out, though. I'm going to let it play out anyway. But just as a precursor, I don't think this is the same story.
There has been shots fired.
The violence leads to panic. Shoppers run for their lives. A 12-year-old girl was hit by a stray bullet, but said to be alert and talking while being transported to the hospital.
We were in there, we were just shopping, and we heard 6 or 7 gunshots, and everybody screamed and freaked out.
People inside say they immediately looked for any kind of shelter.
I'm not sure if this is the same story.
In stockrooms, shops, nearby restaurants.
They pushed us in supply closets in Mountain High, and we sat there for 5 to 10 minutes, and then they opened the emergency exit doors and pushed us outside.
Police say one of the 2 men in the fight was an 18-year-old transported to the hospital in critical condition. The shooter was killed by a nearby officer after a brief chase.
One of our Hoover officers did engage that individual, shot him, and he is dead on the scene.
It was a scary thing, and I'm glad it's over.
Now, mall officials say that even though there is no longer a threat to the community, they're working closely with police, and that the shopping center was closed overnight but is now set to.
That's crazy. Like, but you know what? What's even crazier about it is the fact that I think they said the Galleria Mall, Hoover Police Department, and it was a mall shooting. So is this like the second time that this has happened? So maybe you guys can tell me, is this like a normal thing that happens at this mall? There's like I'm sorry to say it, but it seems like this is like a normal thing for niggas. Like, I don't understand it. That is absolutely crazy that you can have a story that happened on Black Friday that sounds exactly like this story. That's how confusing this gets when I can't download a few videos and play them and not figure out the difference between one story compared to the next, because they all start to go together. That's crazy. So here's where I want to close this particular video out. And if you guys want to stick around, I could do a couple more videos if you guys want me to. Otherwise, I'll close it out on this one, okay? And I'd like to thank you guys for joining me on my out-of-town trip while I try to talk about this story that means something to me. Let's talk about this last part. I'm going to tell you guys what pops up in my head when I see these pictures right here. I have to say it. We're always talking about how it's the police out here doing all of this stuff to us. It's the police out here shooting and killing us and stepping on our necks for 8 minutes and choking us to death. We're always blaming it and pointing the finger at somebody else when the most detrimental things that happen to us are at the hands of other black people. You see them right here. This is video surveillance of these folks. These black people walking into the mall with guns and getting into it. They want to play hard and get into it over the stupidest stuff. And I believe that this type of thing was actually I think it was gang related, if I'm not mistaken. But as you guys can see, they say it's the white man that I should fear, but it's always somebody who looks with my skin tone that's doing all of this messed up stuff here. So for these 3 people that got shot, including this 9-year-old boy, Royta, it was at the hands of people who were his same skin color, who probably grew up in his same city, but definitely in his same state, but had no regard for life, had no regard for themselves, and they need to be caught. And I'm thankful for the fact that people acted so quickly to report these people and turn them in, but they still got more work to do because I think it was more people involved. And so if anybody knows any information, then you guys make sure, if you see something, say something. You guys make sure and reach out to the Hoover Police and let them know what you guys find out. Again, this type of thing has to stop. It's really sad. And we've lost the potential, another bright young life that could have grown up and become anything. His dad was there and his mom was there, and he had a family that loved him and cared about him. And this kid was just at the mall like hundreds of thousands of other people are across the United States of America, going to the malls, doing normal things. He lost his life. Why? For people who get upset at me for my words, they get more upset with me and my words than they do about what Montez Coleman and the rest of these damn gangbangers did to that 8-year-old little boy. They get more mad at me than getting mad at those dudes. that y'all see on camera right there. So if there's anything we can do to contribute to getting these people arrested and charged and convicted, then by all means, we'll definitely contribute whatever resources we can to continue to spread this story. Young Prince, Royta Giles Jr., 8 years old. Young Prince, R.I.P. He could have grown up to become anything. Okay? Thank you guys for listening to this stream. This is your boy DJ Just J. We're the AFC, where we spend our time and we advocate for children first. We're going to continue to take our time, resources, energy, and we're going to take our focus and continue to put it into these babies and get rid of people in the world like this. They don't need to exist. They don't need to be around. Look at all these babies' faces. This ain't gun violence. This is nigga violence. This is gangbanger violence. This is drug dealer violence. This is criminal activity. Call it what it is. All right? From my heart to yours, I love you guys. Thank y'all for listening to this story. Throw these damn thugs away. Throw the thugs away. That's going to be our new hashtag.